Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to run the Resident Evil 3 game with the Rebirth Classic patch and also with the HD textures. So if you have that game, now keep in mind it needs to be the SourceNet version of the game, which is basically the Japanese version, which is titled Biohazard 3. So if you have that, I want to give this, a try. We're going to go to two websites. So go to the links. They'll be in the description. So we're going to go to this one here first. We are going to download some files from here. So we're going to download the classic Rebirth DLL file. Then we're also going to download the official 1.1.0 patch by SourceNet. If you have an older version of Windows, either 7, 8, or 8.1, you're going to need this audio file here also. So download that. There are videos here. Go ahead and bypass those because the other patch is going to include, better quality videos. So you can go ahead and bypass that one. And then once you're done with those three files, we're going to head over to the second website and we're going to download the Resident Evil HD mod. Now there is another one out there. It is a little bit smaller in size. This is the latest one. So if you want to get the latest one, just follow this link that I'm going to put in the description. It will take you here. You're going to download this file right here. Once you're done with those files, you can go ahead and close out your browser. And you want to make sure you go to the folder where you have all your files at. So we're going to jump into there. And then go ahead and make a second window showing the folder where you're going to install the game. And then you either want to have, like I said, an image of the game itself or the physical disk itself in the drive. Once you have that, we're going to go ahead and click on that. We're just going to go into the data folder. We're going to copy everything in there minus the two executable files. So everything but those two. Copy that, paste that into the new folder. And then that should be done in a few seconds. Once we're done with that, we're going to go and move the other files that we downloaded from the internet. So we're going to need the 3.1.1.0 SourceNet. So we're going to take all of these. Once those files are finished transferring, we're going to paste that in a folder. So once this is finished, just go ahead and paste those inside here. And you're going to overwrite, anything that says overwrite, just go ahead and tell it yes. Then we are going to do the direct draw.dll. So we're going to copy that one. We're also going to put that in there. And if you do have, like I said, the older version and you needed to download the audio patch, and that's for Windows 7, 8, and 8.1, it will not work with XP. So if you have XP, don't try it because it is not going to work. So like I said, if you have the older versions, go ahead and download this and extract that to this also. I don't have the older versions, so I don't need that file. So once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and just double click this and make sure everything's working. Once you do that, you should see this window. You want to make sure that you have these settings here. So, for your joystick, you're going to pick whatever input you have. I have raw input, so I'm going to pick that. And as you can see, the joypad option came up on here. And then, if you want to run the game with original graphics, you can go ahead and pick these settings up here for, 240p mode. However, I'm going to pick the texture filtering, rendering fix, super sampling. And then you have other, options here that you can choose to put. I like putting on this removable door. It gets rid of the door animations. This will have the puzzles always stay the same, so they're easier to solve. Tactical reload, you can pick that. And then you have other settings on here. And if you have a joystick with the vibration feature, you can set that in here also. So once we're done with that, we can go ahead and hit OK. Preferably go ahead and hit your full screen on here to make the game go full screen, or you can choose any of the other resolutions on here. I'm going to go full screen. Just go ahead and get that started and we'll notice the difference, from this version, the way it works. It is going to work better, obviously, because of the patches, but I'll just run this real quick so you can see the difference between this and the, when you get the HD going. So we'll go ahead and we'll run this under normal uniform on here. We'll let this just run a little bit.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City, a city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions.
So I'll go ahead and end this part here, and then we'll jump a little bit into the game itself. I let a little bit of this video run so you can see the improvement on the upscaled. As you can see, that's pretty good, but it still does have some pixelation. So we'll go ahead and bypass that, and we'll jump right into the game here for a bit. Now, as you can see, as far as her, you know, the graphics for her, those still look, you know, look way better than the original one. But if you look at the you know, the artwork and so forth, you can tell it's still the original, you know, from the original game. And that's where that HD textures are gonna make the biggest effect. So we'll go ahead and jump out of here. We're gonna go ahead and install those HD textures now. So this was the one that I told you was bigger in size. So you're gonna go ahead and take all of these, same thing. We're gonna you know, Control A, select them all, and then we're gonna copy that into the folder that we just launched the game from. Now you will know this works because you will see a message on the bottom that shows the name of the texture pack. Once you see that, you'll know it's working. So we'll go ahead and let that finish, and then we'll launch the game again, and you'll be able to notice the differences. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward right here. All right, so it looks like we're almost done. There we are. So the files are in there. So now we're going to go ahead and launch this again. So it is just basically as easy as that, just those few steps, and you'll have the updated graphics on there with the patches applied. So we'll go ahead and launch this one more time. These settings, you can leave them as is, you know, if you set them before, because they will go ahead and remain the same. So we'll go ahead and launch this. And you do see the message on the bottom for the texture pack. So if you see that, you should be seeing the improvements in the video. So right there, you can see that looks way better. So we're going to go ahead and launch original, and just launch there with the normal uniform. We'll get into that a little bit so you can see the differences.
It all began as an ordinary day in September, an ordinary day in Raccoon City, a city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness.
So there we are. As you can see, the improvements on the cutscene there. So we'll go ahead and go a little bit into the game where I showed you earlier. So this is part of the movies right here. And as you can see, way better on that one also. So let's jump into the game. And now you'll see the improvements on the actual, you know, the backdrops. So as you can see, the buildings and all the textures that are around the character look, you know, way better. Improved, even the menus are better. So that is it for the end of the video. I mean, definitely, if you've never played this game before, if you have in the past, and you want to take advantage of the you know, the better graphics, that is the way to do it. As long as you follow those instructions, you should be up and running in a few minutes. So that's it for the video. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.